Good morning, class. So now we're going to be doing dividing polynomial functions, but we're going to use the synthetic division. And you might say, this is so much easier than long division. Why did we have to learn the long division? And I'm going to tell you, because you cannot use synthetic division with everything, only certain ones. So that's why we learned long division, because you can use that every single time. But let's take a look at synthetic divisions, because there's kind of cool things with that. So to start learning how to use synthetic division, let's look at a problem that we are going to divide. We're going to take the polynomial x cubed plus 4x squared minus 5x plus 5. And we're going to divide that by the binomial x minus 3. So we're going to take our divisor, x minus 3, that is the same thing as x minus c, that's our divisor, and we're to the right, we're going to write the coefficients of the right c, for the divisor, which is our 3, we don't put that negative in it, and we're going to put that in a little box. And then to the right of that, we'll write the coefficients of the dividend. So this is our dividend, and we're going to write those coefficients. X cubed has a coefficient of 1. 4x squared, the coefficient is 4. Negative 5x, the coefficient is negative 5. And the constant, then, we have 5. Let's go ahead and put a line underneath there. So we're going to go write the leading coefficient of the dividend. That's this one, the 1, on the bottom row. That's underneath that line. We're going to put that 1 right here. Step 4 is that so what we did here, we just brought that down. We're going to bring it down. Then we're going to multiply c, which is our 3, times the value that we just wrote on that bottom row. So that's going to be 3 times 1, and that's going to be 3 times 1 is 3, and we're going to write that in the second row, underneath the 4. And then we're going to add the values in this new column so that 4 and 3 add up to 7. So we're adding as we go down. And then we're once again repeating this series of multiplications and additions. So that 7 that we just wrote, we're going to multiply. And here we're going to do multiply. So 7 times 3 is going to give us 21. And then we'll add negative 5 plus 21 is 16. Then we're going to take 16 and multiply it to 3. That gives us 48. And we add then 5 plus 48 is going to give us 53. So we've repeated this, all the columns are all filled in. The final step then is to write our answer. We're going to use the numbers in the last row to write the quotient and the remainder in fraction form. So our coefficients are going to be here. These are our coefficients of our quotient. And the degree of that first term is going to be 1 less than the first term of the dividend. The dividend was x cubed, so this is going to be x squared. X squared plus 7x plus 16. And then this final one is our remainder. We will write that as a fraction. So that's going to be 53 over the dividend, which was x minus 3. So this whole thing is our answer. Let's look at a couple examples. On this one, x squared minus 6x cubed plus x squared, or x to the 4th, divided by 6 plus x, I need to rewrite that. So this first one, x squared, the dividend, needs to be written in descending order. So I have x to the fourth minus 6x cubed plus x squared minus 6x, and I don't have a constant, so I'm going to say plus 0. And that's being divided by 6 plus x can be rewritten as x plus 6. So in my synthetic division, negative 6 is going to go in the box. And I'll take the coefficients of all these terms of my dividend, 1, negative 6, 1, negative 6, and a 0. Now I'll bring down that first one, and I'll do 1 times negative 6 is negative 6. Negative 6 times, or plus negative 6, is going to give me negative 12. Negative 12 plus negative, or times, times negative 6 is going to give me 72. 72 plus 1 will give me 73. And 73 times negative 6 is negative 438. I add that to negative 6. That's negative 444. And I'm going to multiply that times negative 6. And that's 2,664. Yeah, that's a 0. You still get 2,664. So my answer is going to be 1 degree less than x to the fourth, so it's going to be x cubed minus 12x squared plus 73x minus 444 plus, and then we write that fraction, 2,664 over x plus 6. And that's our answer. Let's go ahead and do one more. We've got 5x cubed plus 6x plus 8 divided by x plus 2. So what goes in my box is negative 2. And the coefficients of this, it's already in descending order, are 5. And that's an x cubed, but here I don't have an x squared. So I have 0 for that coefficient. And then I have a 6 and an 8. I'm going to put my line here. We'll drop down the 5. So 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. We'll add that to 0 and we get negative 10. Negative 10 times negative 2 is 20. 20 plus 6 gives me 26. 26 times negative 2 is negative 52. And negative 52 plus 8 gives me negative 44. So my resulting answer, since this was a cubed, my answer will start with a squared, 5x squared, minus 10x, plus 26, plus negative 44 over x plus 2.